line. So just seeing the ball finally go in a couple times is really boosting my confidence, and it's good to have that going right before the Pac-12 tournament. So
Jared, go ahead, then we'll go to Antoine.
Hey, Sydney, you guys knew that you obviously needed to win this one today to get that number 2 seed in the Pac-12 tournament. Just how much relief do you guys feel after knowing that you get that first round bye and don't have to sit with the 5 seed?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, no problem. Just how much relief do you guys feel after clinching that number 2 seed in the Pac-12 tournament and not having to be a 5 seed and play a first round game?
Yeah, a lot of relief. We knew coming into this game it was big for us and Utah, so we both really wanted that seed. So just clinching that 2 seed really helps us because now we'll play the winner of 10 and 7, I think it is. So it'll be a lot better than going to play a different seed.
Antoine, then we'll go to Eric.
Obviously, Utah had that big third quarter. So just talk about how you were able to rebound and also be able to pick up the win, especially when you took their best shot in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think that we knew they were going to go on a run eventually. They're a great 3-point shooting team, and they have great players on the floor. So I think it was Jenna Johnson had like 23 in the third quarter or something crazy. And so, I mean, they went on their run, and we just had to get stop, score, and we did that.
Go to Eric and then back to James.
Take us through kind of the mindset of someone who's in a shooting slump. You're such an accomplished shooter with obviously all the accolades coming in and probably hadn't had a stretch like that really in your life. What was it like and to come out and to see it go through, not just early on, but then again late in the game in big spots, just kind of the maturation.
Yeah, like you said, I really haven't ever been in a shooting slump like I have been like in my entire life. So dealing with it, it's been kind of hard mentally. And coming into every game, just trying to have a positive mindset, knowing that the ball will go through the hoop eventually, and this is a big game to do it. So I think that's just gave me a lot more confidence to go into the Pac-12 tournament, which we really need. So I'm really excited now.
James, and then back to Antoine.
Kind of touching on that and what I asked you at the beginning, Sid, and that in the middle quarters, you don't take very many shots, but because you had heated up early, you get 4 assists, and that's the most assists you've had in conference play. So by having you heated up, then you can be a distributor too. Do you see that not only, your teammates knocked down when you pass it to them, but that the floor was actually more open because you were heating up early and that allowed you to also pass and have that success?
Yeah, definitely. I think when I am hitting early in the game, the defense has to suck out more on me, and then the inside players are more open, or just the extra one more pass because they're coming out to me first. So I think that that's really where that comes from.
It's been an up and down month for you guys. Obviously, we've seen some good, also some not so good. Just talk about what is it going to take, especially in the Pac-12 tournament, to be more consistent and possibly come out with the championship win?
I think we have to believe. I think we have to trust each other and play hard for 40 minutes. I think we'll sometimes, like today, our third quarter was really bad. We let up for, I'd say all 10 minutes we really did. And we have to put together a full 40-minute game. And I think it starts on the defensive end. Our offense will come. We're a really good offensive team. And if we get stops on defense against these great teams, we can execute on the offensive end.
Our last one for you, Sid, will be from Eric.
Just what was it like not having Maddie out there? Obviously, she's been in the starting lineup all 28 games before this, plays a lot of minutes, a huge contributor. Did it take a little time to maybe, I don't know, what was it like maybe just not having somebody such a focal point of the team out there?
It was really different. Me and Maddie have kind of been each other's right hand ever since we got on campus. So even last year when neither of us really were in the starting lineup or anything, we were always still the two that would go in together, stuff like that, two always in practice coming in together. So not having her it was a little bit of a struggle at first, not having those defensive stops, all those assists. I mean, she's such a facilitator. We really missed her on the court, and hopefully we have her back for Pac-12.
James, is this for Sid or are you just waiting for KG? Okay. Thanks, Sid. We're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, thanks for joining
About
us.
that, you guys know that I'm a Utah boy. This is the one trip I have lots of family, so always have to spend some time with the family.
We're just gonna jump right into some questions. We'll start with Eric Scopel, then we'll go to James.
Coach, I'll keep this open-ended. What were you most pleased with in the fourth quarter? They made a run there, but you guys had an answer right away. What was the best part of that?
Yeah, just composure, defensively, we got great stops when we needed to. They had, like you said, all the momentum and, and then some timely buckets, Sid hits a big three, Andy gets to the line, gets to the basket. Niara, it was a good team effort in that fourth quarter. We've shown a propensity to have some difficult thirds, but we have some pretty good fourths. But that was a hell of a win, you guys. Hell of a win.
James, then we'll go to Jared.
Kelly, we've seen this from Sid before, but as that spot shooter, she's not going to create her own shot. It has to get to her. And that's probably been one of the biggest challenges for you guys, is that they haven't really looked enough consistently to find her early and consistently. The importance today of getting her going early, that opens the floor for her to get 4 assists in the middle quarters, and then she can bookend it by helping you close it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key. She's not the kind that can create her own shot. It's catch and shoot kind of stuff. And I thought we got the ball inside, kick it out to her or kick it out to someone else and then make that additional pass. Yeah, she's huge for us, when she plays like that and shoots like that, then, but more than that, James, I thought she played well on both ends of the court. Actually, I thought she did a good job defensively. We went with the bigger lineup without Maddie, and so that puts Sydney at her more natural position. That's where she should be most of the time. But the other night against Colorado, she had pretty good looks too. And tonight they fell, the other night they didn't. But yeah, we needed all of them.
Go to Jared and then to Antoine.
Yeah, Kelly, I just wanted to ask about Maddie and see if there's any update there, if it's a shorter term thing. And but obviously her absence is huge. How did you mentioned going to the bigger lineup to start? How else did it affect what you kind of wanted to do today?
Well, you lose her against a team like Utah, it hurts because, they're such a perimeter oriented team and you're taking away your best perimeter defender. We went a little bit more zone tonight than we wanted to against these guys, but I thought we did a pretty good job at, especially in that first half. And give Elise Hurst credit. She's our second best perimeter defender. I thought Tahina played well defensively. I already mentioned Sydney. So I thought our other kids stepped up defensively and did a really, really good job. But yeah, it hurts not having Maddie just simply because, she's so diverse. We normally need her on the offensive glass, and yet we got 9 offensive rebounds in the first half. We did a great job, without her there. But it was more of a precaution thing. She's kind of hurt, and you guys saw her the other night get hurt in that Colorado game. And so we just felt, we knew we were going to play beyond today. We're glad we won the game because we would have had to then play the 5th place game. But we need her for the long term. If we're going to beat the really elite teams that have elite guards, we got to have Maddie on the court.
Eric?
All right, Kelly, I know you've been frustrated at times with this team with some of the sense of urgency. Certainly feel like they had that in the first quarter and also the fourth quarter. But how do you get them to play like that really all the time, especially with the Pac-12 tournament coming up?
It's funny. I don't think it's up to me. I think that's got to come from them. And I noticed that we talked about it as a coaching staff. They seemed really locked in. We talked yesterday at our practice. We took Thursday off because of the long game. And I thought we really needed that day off. And I think it really helped us today. But we talked yesterday about how this game is hugely important for us. We wanted that 2 seed. We knew that if we win it, we're the automatic 2 seed. There wasn't any doubt. We didn't need any help. And they played like it. You could tell on the bus. We didn't have a shoot around today, but you could tell at film session and on the bus, these kids were locked in. That's got to come from them. If it comes from me, we're in big trouble. That's got to be Tahina, Niara, Maddie, Sedona, our team leaders, they're the ones that they got to make sure the team's ready. And they were. So I made it a point to let Tahina know how much I appreciated her getting the team ready.
Just a few more for a year, Coach. We'll go with Eric and then back to James.
Coach, you mentioned that the importance of this win, obviously a loss, you put yourself in jeopardy not to have the bye, but now that you have it, how do you carry this momentum? What is the next 4 to 5 days like for you guys? Finally have, I guess, a moment to breathe, a little bit of a break after such a strenuous month, but what's kind of in front of you?
What's today, the 26th? We played 11 games in February. I don't know if that's probably ever been done in the Pac-12, ever. And we need a couple days off. So we're going to take tomorrow, Sunday off, which, by the way, I'm going to go on the record and say, I don't think we should play Friday, Sundays in Pac-12. I think we should play Thursday, Saturday. Our kids don't get a day off. Yeah, you can say, well, you get Mondays off. Monday, they're going to school. They don't get a true day off in the longest season in college sports. And I think that should change. I'm on the record of saying that. There you go. Use it or not. We'll take a couple days off, which is nice. We'll head down there maybe on Tuesday. We play Thursday, right? Thursday, yeah. So we'll go down Tuesday. And but yeah, we need a little bit of time off just to kind of relax. We had some activities last night, you guys. You know what they wanted to do? They wanted to study. So we went back and had study hall last night. That's the kind of group I'm dealing with. That's pretty good. So I'm happy where we're at. You know, it's been a lot of ups and downs, and I appreciate you guys being there along for the whole ride. You know, we've had some pretty lows on these calls. We've had some pretty good ups. But I think we're kind of right where we were picked at 2 seed, as crazy as it sounds. So now new season. And I think our kids are going to be excited and ready to go down there and compete. I don't even know who the heck we would play.
UCLA, USC.
So the winner of the LAs. Okay. Who ended up 3 and 4?
Wazoo 3, Arizona 4.
Wow. Okay. See, I come to you guys. You're my news source. Appreciate it.
James, it'll be James, Eric, Emerald, and then Jared will be our last one.
On that, Kelly, and I know I've talked to you about this, including on radio and stuff, but I asked Tara last week, so I'm not putting you in a spot. I'm asking those of you who finished at the top about this. The 3 coaches who were the least willing to play basketball games the last 2 years finished 7, 8, and 9. I'd asked Tara if she would be for fines and suspensions for coaches and athletic directors, and she said yes. If this continues after this, should penalties be sanctioned down? Because, again, you did this league a favor. You did Corey a favor. She couldn't have been bothered to help JR a year ago, and JR is going to get in this tournament this year because of it. And there are teams who avoided playing Cal, and they have played the least games in the country the last 2 years because of it. Well, now we're here. How do you feel like this should be handled going forward?
Well, as you know, Tara and I align on a lot of things. And this is one that, that we align on. So I just feel you got to play the games, man. I don't care what the circumstances are. You've got to find a way to play the games. And I've said that before. We had to go down to Arizona, day of game. Our backup plan was to have a 1 p.m. that would have had to delay the start time. But we were going to get to the game. I've told you if I have 5 players, I'm playing the game. And I just, what the Pac-12 does about it, listen, I'm not going to opine on that, James. I do like the fact that they have made those teams pay. And quite frankly, that forfeited game against UCLA helped us in the standings, big guy. That was the game that got us that 2 seed, to be honest with you. But I do credit them for coming back up later with really nothing to play for. But yes, you know how I feel, bud. Which, by the way, Crepia called me that night. I was driving home from Spokane. We talked for a goddamn hour. It was from like Boardman to Hood River. So I don't know if that's a good thing, you guys, that I had to spend that much time, but nobody else was calling at 2 a.m. So I appreciate that, James. I could have fallen asleep around Doofer.
I'm just looking out for you and your car insurance, Skelly. That's all.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I know we'll talk later. How many of you are going down to the tournament physically? We have any?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. But I appreciate always working with you guys. I truly do. You know, I try to be as honest as I can. And
Got time for a couple more, Coach, or are you good?
yeah, sure. What the hell? I got this bowl. Can you see that? A bowl full. I don't even know what's in there. I have zero clue. I'm going to eat it because that's how you get this big. But I don't know if I'll like it, but I'm going to eat it.
We're going to round out, Coach, with Eric, the Emerald, and then we'll end with Jared.
You guys need to laugh from time to time, by the way.
Hey, Coach, good win tonight. She showed up quieter than usual on the stat sheet or in the scoring column at least. Pow, but filled it up in other parts. You talked about her leadership. What have you enjoyed most about coaching her and her play tonight and just as of recent?
That kid's a gamer, man. When it's on the line, the ball's going to be in her hands somewhere. And you know, she played a lot tonight. She played a lot the other night. That's not easy at altitude, you guys, but and she's not at her best. I think she's feeling under the weather. I could tell she had to come out in that fourth quarter a little bit because I think she's a little bit sick, but she still fought through it. And you know where she's improved, you guys? She's really become a better defender and a really good defender. And we need that. It was Maddie, Elise, and not much else, but she's really turned into a really, really good defender. So great floor game tonight. I know she had a few turnovers, but you know, she's her assist numbers are going up the last, 4, 5, 6 ball games, and that's a good thing. We need that playmaker.
And Jared, you'll round out our season finale here before postseason anyway.
Kelly, that bowl looks incredible. I'm jealous.
I can't hear you, bro.
I said that bowl looks incredible. It's been a while since we've. Oh no. It's been a long time since.
How unprofessional is this? I just took a bite of food. Can I get fined for that stuff? Am I in fine?
I don't think so. Think
Okay.
Worse things have been done.
All right. Well, I figure it was Preppy's question. I'd have plenty of time to eat. That one will win me points.
Jared, go ahead.
Kelly, it's been a while since we've heard you mention mid-November, mid-December, kind of allude to whatever point in the year the team's at. I mean, the regular season's done now. Do you guys think you're at early March mode at this point?
February 26th mode. We're right back with everybody else. No excuses. We've played enough games together. We've had some really good wins, some really bad losses, and everything in between. So, no ties, but anyway, I feel pretty good. This game, I told the staff before the game, this was going to let me know if we were going to play 3 more games to finish the season or if we had a chance to continue on. This was a must win. This was a playoff kind of situation, and our kids responded. So to me, that showed character. I like our bounce back ability, you guys. Terrible game in the desert. We go up to the Cougars and play a great game. Awful against Cal, play better against Stanford. We weren't so good the other night until the end, and then came back, bounced back with a great game. Kids are showing some bounce back ability, and that's, I think, a good character trait.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.
Hey, you
It's been
guys.
a pleasure as
see ya.
always.
I'll be thinking of you when I down this. There's
Safe travels.
in it. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Safe travels back, Coach.
All right. You guys be good.
Thanks, everybody.